عام مضى من عمرنا هلا هلال شهرنا بالخير جاء.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My dear respected, indeed Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He has blessed us with this holy month of Ramadan. This Ramadan, it is a gift from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And mashallah, we are almost at the midway point in Ramadan. We are on day 13. 13 days have passed in the holy month of Ramadan. 13 days of Ramadan we will never get back. So we should reflect upon these 13 days. Have we grown closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Have we done what we were supposed to do in this holy month of Ramadan? We should not be despondent of the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Even though 13 days have gone, we still have 17 more days left in the holy month of Ramadan. We should utilize these days to the best of our capacity to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we should always renew our intention. Why are we fasting? Are we fasting simply because we want to lose weight or because everyone else is fasting? We should only have the intention of fasting for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He is the one who will reward us for our fasting. And indeed, we should always, while we're in the state of fasting, we should also be cleaning our hearts as well, my respected gathering. Putting the fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala into our hearts and cleaning our hearts out from any hatred, any malice, any jealousy, any evil thought we have in our hearts, we should remove it, my respected gathering. But verily the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he mentioned about 4 persons who will be deprived of the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the holy month of Ramadan. And who are these 4 persons, my respected gathering? The first from amongst whom he mentioned would be the person he loves intoxicants. He's addicted to intoxicating substances, whether it be alcohol or illegal drugs. A person who is engrossed in consuming these illicit substances, he will not be included in the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Why is this, my respected gathering? Because he is going against the commandments of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So therefore he does not deserve the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. How can he expect the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when he is going against the laws of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? So the person who has this addiction to intoxicants, he will not be included in the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the holy month of Ramadan. The second group of persons who the Prophet mentioned about would be those who are disrespectful to their parents, those who disobey their parents. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He mentions in the Quran, after shirk with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, ascribing partners to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the next major sin is to disobey your parents. We are told in the Quran we're not even allowed to say the word uff towards our parents. So a person may make the excuse of saying, what? My parents, they abuse me. My parents, they are bad, they are so and so. What did Allah SWT say about your parents in the Quran? He said that after obedience to Allah SWT is obedience to the parents. However, if they command you to disobey Allah SWT, then you do not obey them in this aspect. But other than that, you live with your parents in a good manner. The third group of people would be those who break their family ties. Those who do not want to speak to their family members. Those who have enmity towards their family members. And we see it rampant in society today. A brother will not speak to his brother because of some small argument. A sister will not speak to her sister because of some small argument. Cousins will not speak to their cousins because of arguments. You don't speak to your parents, don't speak to your father. Don't speak to your uncles, your aunts, your grandparents. All of this is because of petty reasons. The Prophet mentioned that those who break their family ties will not have the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this holy month of Ramadan. And keeping good family ties is from the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We want to say that we have enmity between our brothers and our sisters. Look at Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam. His older brothers, what enmity they had between them. His older brothers, they conspired to kill him. They threw him away. They cast him out. And when Yusuf alayhi salam, he had the chance to take revenge on his brothers, what did he do? He forgave his brothers. This is our deen, my respected gathering. This is why we should keep close to our family, connect our family ties. And the last person the Prophet mentioned about who will be deprived of the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who intends to harm his Muslim brothers and sisters. He intends harm for his fellow Muslims. The Prophet mentioned that a Muslim is the one who the other Muslims are safe from the harms of his hand and his tongue. So how can we hope to benefit from the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when we want to harm the servants of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He is the wali of every believer. He is the protector of every believer. If you want to wage war against those who are under the protection of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then you know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He will wage war against you. So we should not have enmity towards our fellow Muslims. As we know, he who hides the faults of his Muslim brother, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He will hide your faults on the day of Qiyamah. And as we are wrapping up this holy month of Ramadan, the Prophet mentioned about to increase in our dhikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to frequently say, La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. As the Prophet mentioned that our iman, it gets rusty. So we have to renew our iman. And simply saying this kalima, La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah, it should not just be on our tongue, but it should also be in our heart. And do this kalima lip service, just by saying it, only to for the sake of saying. We should bring this kalima into our heart. As we know about the Prophet when he mentioned, when this Arab had threatened the Prophet saying that, who will protect you from me, when he held the Prophet's sword? The Prophet mentioned that the one who will protect him is Allah. So by repeating this kalima, we must bring the reality of this kalima into our heart. My respected gathering, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He bless us with this holy month of Ramadan and keep us on the straight path and increase us in our taqwa. أقول قولي هذا أستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم.
لا يزال الخير حيا لا يزال إن في الدنيا سلاما وظلال أخبر الأيام أنها في وصال قم بنا وانظر لآيات الجمال قم بنا وانظر لآيات الجمال كن كما غيث على الأفياء ماطر صوته يروي قلوبا وخواطر نفعه عم البوادي والحواضر قم بنا وانظر لآيات الجمال قم بنا وانظر لآيات الجمال لا يزال